Good morning, military. What do you think about the Asus Ultra Wide? I was looking at Samsung Q9 QLED, but this is cheaper. What, this one? Are they both 1080? That's the thing I'd ask. This is a 1080 vertical. Samsung ones are often 1440. This has 144 refresh. But frankly, unless you're going racing, you won't need that. If you're flying, you don't need 144 refresh. But, you know, if one's cheaper than the other, that's definitely a big factor. Yeah, Tom, honestly. I think that was the last time I flew P3D, was when something like that, I remember it happening, and I just thought to myself, I am done with this sim. Rubicon, thank you for 21 months. Right, we're about to enter over May. And then we'll be descending down to 2,000 feet, which is our glide slope intersection, I believe. 2,000 feet. Barrels all set. Take flaps on. I don't know what the speeds are to go through in the Airbus. Gatwick. We're 12 nautical out from the VOR or ILS. Oh, I tuned that. From May. Right, approach is armed. Tell you what, you wouldn't want to live around here, would you? You'd have low-flying jets over your house constantly. Triple glazing, yeah, you'd need it. You'd still feel it though. flaps, V2. Okay, let's go final config. As arm flaps 3. Waiting for flaps to go full. Actually, it wants us to go full flaps. Waiting for the glide slope. Probably did that a bit early, to be honest, but I'd rather do it too early than too late. Set it to manage speed and will auto adjust for ground wind. As in push it back in. What, it'll just manage its speed down to including flaps and everything? See what it does. I trust in you, Marty. I trust in your C++. Yeah, we've got flood flat, we've got no grit, we've got no blue line. We're fully configured. I did say to the Airbus is too clever for its own good. Right, we're established. Let's just disconnect the AP, get a bit of hands on. Let's see if I can bounce it a bit less this time. Casually takes a break to look out the window. You reckon minus 300? We'll see. I had my glide slope wrong last time.
$500. $100 above. Minimum.
Well landed.
$50, $40, $30, $20. Retard.
That was alright. Think we can make it here, can't we? That was better than last one. It flowed a little bit, but it was pretty smooth, I think. Stop here a sec. Yeah, I'm pleased with that one. Let's get the APU going. Come on, there we go. Start on taxi lights. Beacon can come off. No, beacon stay on. It's an auto. Strobe is what I meant. That's fine. And then we need to turn off TAR. We'll put it on standby. And then over here we'll find Blimey. I guess we'll just taxi down here and find some more. See, with minus speeds at just target speed with those winds appear. Is that why the Airbus is smooth? This is the disused runway. Just use it as a taxiway now. Oh, that's only when they're working on it. Interesting. They've got a backup runway. What's that? Brakes are hot. Where's the fan? Is that the fan up there? I think that's the fan. I did stomp on the brakes so that we could make that taxi turn off. If I'd have left it, we could have gone to the end. Somewhere. Any of those HSBCs will work, I reckon. Well, this is the thing, Luke, is I did pull the reverser, but I don't think it activates all the time. There's like a weird controller thing. I'll show you. Like if I pull it now, you see, it opens the flaps, but I don't think it puts the thrust. So I don't get proper reversing. I get the flaps, but I don't get the power. To calibrate the throttle. I did. Mine's a push button and then throttle forward and it increases reverse thrust. Yeah. You see, with the Honeycomb Bravo, it's different. You can actually pull it back. But all that does is activate a button, which then doesn't allow you to thrust forward. So I think what I need to do is have a button mapped to it and then just push forward on the stick. I think that would be a better option, because you can't pull back over the detent and then push forward for thrust, or maybe that's what you meant to do. If I pull back, it's not working now. There you go. If I pull back and push forward, it's just not reliable. It's not reliable. If I pull it back, doesn't do anything. Pull it back again, does it? Push it forward. As soon as you go back over the gate, it just closes it. Anyway, so we should have APU. We do. That's Volanta. APU bleed can come on. Beacon light can come off now. Passenger side off. Off. All the off. And then hopefully this thing will realise that we've actually stopped. Deboard. Yep. Lovely, look at that. Beautiful. What's inside a gap? It's only a community one, so it won't be modelled. Very, very, very unlikely to be modelled properly. There you go. Now deboarding. Have you seen how many people are flying on Volanta and stuff? Hang on, where's my... I just go for that. Look at that. That's how many people are flying on Volanta, right? Like, well, not on Volanta, it's showing VATSIM as well, but just look at this. This is just absolutely bonkers. It's a lot of people flying. Most of them are just hopping around Europe. There are some going across the Atlantic, but most are just flying around Europe. You're one of them. Where are you going? Why doesn't it bring the cars back? All the baggage carts and stuff. Like, it opens the cargo doors automatically. It puts the jetway in automatically. But nothing appears down here. Why doesn't it do that? It's got these open, but there's no vehicles. Yeah, it can. I think Volanta shows you people flying on Volanta, and it shows you people flying on VATSIM, and maybe IVAO, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about IVAO. Pug, thank you for 4 years, dude. Happy anniversary. The people at the back just getting off in order. Lars Morona, thank you for subbing. Welcome, Lars. 4 people flying on Pilot Edge. Pilot Edge doesn't cover Europe, does it? Why would they want to fly on Pilot Edge in Europe? What is Volanta? Is it a flight tracking app? So Volanta is made by Orbex, I think. And yeah, it's basically an app that you sign up for. They have a free version which will track your flights and things, and then there's like premium features if you want to pay. I think with premium it will store your flights indefinitely and things like this. I can't remember. But basically, yeah, the free version's pretty good. But it also has integration with SimBrief. So when you've created your flight on SimBrief, it can pull it straight into Volanta, and then it'll track your flight across. It'll track your flight as you're doing it, and then when you arrive, it'll automatically detect it and store the flight. And you can even upload pictures. So you can take pictures of your flight and then upload it against your flight in Volanta. So you've got like a record of it along with screenshots and stuff. And then there's some other stuff like, I think there's activities, isn't there? There's events. I think it integrates with events. Like, hang on if I show you. So that one there. So you've got activities here. So you can go into activities, say events, and then it'll show you things coming up. So VATSIM and IVAO filters are turned on. They've got events coming up in VATSIM here, so you can see what's coming. It's just like tries to pull things together into one place, I think. Challenges, not done any of that. Explore real-world airline schedules. Select an origin airport, so you can go, I don't know, Gatwick. And then it'll show you where stuff is flying out of Gatwick. I think today, 12:20 Zulu to 15:40 Zulu. So it's got the tail number and stuff. So it's just pulling things. It's not stuff you can't go and look up somewhere else. It just does it all in one place. There's a British Airways plane there. 13:40 Zulu takeoff, 8-hour 50 flight. So yeah, you've got that. Schedules, which is what we just looked at, I think. That's that one. Aircraft, I'm not sure what this is about. You have 6 in your fleet. Alright, so it's tracking the planes that I've flown, is what it's doing. And then, then it stores your flights in here. So you can kind of see that, I've been hopping around the UK. And then I think which one I put screenshot. Yeah, there you go. See, so I put screenshots against some of the flights I made. So just grab a couple of screenshots and then you can upload them against your flight. So yeah, I mean it's it's not an essential tool, but it's a nice thing if you want a place to track your flights and stuff. Syntax, thank you for a year with Tier 2. Might only be 1 year for me since I followed you, but I enjoy your content nonetheless. Keep going, and greets to all the mods as well. Thank you very much, Syntax. Any more flights? Yep. So I've gone well past my break time. So what I might do is I might kick off another flight, maybe a little bit longer, and then go and take a break while it's in cruise or something. Something along those lines. But yeah, I was supposed to stop at 3. That's the problem when you go flying, is like your stream schedule doesn't necessarily line up with your flight schedule. The only thing I'm not sure of is if, like, what I've got, perhaps. I was thinking of going over to Dublin, but that's too close, really. I kind of want to do Trondheim, so far away. I think it's Benna. Is it Benna wants me to fly to Trondheim just to visit Whiteland? Phoenix supports RCA, so you can set a target time of arrival. What do you mean by that? Yeah, but I don't know what French airports I've got, I don't know what I've got installed. Hang on, let me bring up my Mailbox a second, see what I have. RCA controls the speed to target on arrival time. Oh, right. So you can basically say, I only want you to get there at this time, and it will slow you down. That's quite cool. Skiathos I've got, but that's probably a bit far away, isn't it? Skiathos is like down here somewhere. I don't think Orbex has got any French airports. Got Malmo. Dublin. Yeah, most of them are UK. I mean, we can always fly to default airport scenery, but is there a decent default airport in France that we can go to? I've got Graz. Where's Graz? How far away is Graz? Nice is a good default. Yeah, Graz is a long way. Nice will be a 2-hour flight. It's quite long. One of the landing chances, so they made good photogrammetry in Nice. Gotcha. I'll be about... I completely shot my break time, so I'm going to set up another flight and then I'll have to come in. So I'll be about 20 minutes. Huh? Okay, well I'll be in like 20 minutes for some food. Go to Schiphol. Schiphol's default scenery though, isn't it? Pups, I'm sure everybody will behave themselves, mate. You're fine. You need to head off. It's cool. Schiphol AM. What's AM? Yeah, but the trouble is, like, up to Newcastle isn't that far. I won't, you know. I mean, I could go to... I thought I had Glasgow, actually. Exactly, Pep. That's exactly what it is. 1.5 times 0. That's his overtime rate. That's his overtime rate. Yeah, I don't know what the default's like either. Alright. Give me a number for a flight. Default Schiphol doesn't land. What's the code for Schiphol again? Let's see how far away it is. How far is Schiphol? It's over the water. Boring scenery. 1 hour 10. Which is just the same as going back up north, really. The problem is, if I only do an hour's flight, I won't be here to, like, knock it out of cruise and stuff. Well, I think the ideal flight time would be 90 minutes. I think that would give me time to go and have some food, get back and be able to, like, engage the descent. Because, you know, the Boeing would descend automatically, but this doesn't. Jack Sims, 91 months. I didn't know you could fly. No. On my side to the UK, I kind of want to stick around the UK for now. Yeah, but what's the scenery like in Lyon by default? That's the issue. We know that Nice has got decent scenery by default. to Munich and visit Paris. Geneva. Geneva would be a good one, but I don't know what default scenery is. What's Geneva like in Microsoft Flight Sim by default? I love flying to Geneva. It's awesome. I think we should go there anyway. What's the airport code for Geneva? I've not been there in a while. I've flown in there at IRL. It's brilliant. What's the code for Geneva, guys? LSGG. Let's see. There's Geneva. That's got to be an hour of perfect. That's fine. Let's do Geneva. Easy 1723 Boeing A320. We'll set this up. That should give you time to have food and come back and crack on. Yeah, but oh yes. This is the best approach. So what happens is, because I've done this IRL on an EasyJet, they literally come in like this, and as you run this way, you get to see all the mountains and the water, and then you come back and you land over the top of the lake, and it is beautiful. Really, Alex? Is that because I put my foot down? Let's have a look at the routes. So we've got... It is a super nice approach. Got that one, Eurocontrol. Not a lot of difference between these. I literally don't think it makes any difference. Slightly different. Yeah, we'll go over Brighton. We'll take that one. Let's generate that. Yeah, unless the performance figures off, Alex, if you're choosing the wrong 737, maybe. Jack Sims getting purged. Lol. Rules, mate. Rules! Repetitive characters. Have you not read the rules, Jack Sims? Okay, that's that loaded into Valenta. We've got this over here. We'll just get rid of that for now. Start setting this up. My flight. That should now have refreshed. There we go. Come back. Come back. The other way. Go on. Completed. Import next flight. Okay. Why does that say approximately 29 minutes? Is that departing in 29 minutes, maybe? And there's the route. If we click on View Map, it shows you. Look at that. It's lovely. Lovely. Alright, ground services. Everything is fine. We will start loading. Fast load. 9-minute load. Okay, boarding has commenced. Give that time. Have you checked the PAX info list, Metamarty? Let's assume not. Where do I check that? The PAX info list. Is that under here? PAX, oh, this one. What, where it shows you like names and stuff? Well, what's this bronze and gold status though? Extra info. What coaches? What inf? Does anybody know what this means? WC toilet? Gold guest list. Oh, with infants. Is that what that means? Oh, wheelchair. Is that what it is? That makes sense. Wheelchair BD. Big. Oh. Wheelchair bound. Gotcha. So what's wheelchair HS then? Wheelchair boarding, wheelchair something? Don't know. Let's get this loaded up. Flight in it. Wheelchair assistance required. Wheelchair HS. Passenger can walk a short distance. Wheelchair HC. Any distance will require the wheelchair on boarding. Wheelchair on board. Wheelchair battery. Oh, BD is battery. Dry cell battery. Cool. They got codes for it all. That's amazing. Let's go back to the unit page. Let's get that loaded. Right. Easy, mate. 1723, I think it was. Cost index 10. Up and we're going cheap. Cruise is 37,000 feet. Flight level 370. Flight plan uploaded. We don't know that data just yet. We'll wait for the load sheet. Let's have a look at the flight plan. So the flight plan was a departure. You can find it. The Bogner 1 X-ray departure. So we'll find that 27 left. Bogner 1 X-ray. Insert that. Let's have a look. Fine. Can always figure out the approach and the way in. So while we're here, I might quickly bring up Navigraph charts and we can load that in. I believe we've got the Lusar 2 Romeo arrival. So yeah, we've got that selected already. And then if we're landing on 2-2, SPR, let's see what this says. That box isn't in the way. Would look like that. SPR being this VOR here. So you kind of come in, I'm guessing we'll have to delete whatever waypoint that is and basically dogleg it. So that's what we'll go for the arrival. Set it up for now. SGG, arrival, ILS 22. Lusar 2 Romeo, is that one? Oh, we need to go arrive via, don't we? Arrive via SPR. Insert, and then let's have a look at that. Yeah, this is it. So we need to delete a waypoint, I think. Actually, I don't know. Do you like delete this waypoint after 514? Manual. If we get rid of the disco, presumably it will loop us round. Do that. Not allowed, apparently. Not allowed to do that. So maybe the trick then is to delete the manual, maybe? And then loop it that way? Get rid of that. Do it that way. Manual's manual termination can't link, you can delete the manual. It's cool. So I had that as expected. Lovely. So now we've got a nice dog leg in. Flight level 70. We need to work out what we need to be for final approach. I think these are probably way too high. But I don't know without looking at the chart. But that'll do for now. We'll have to figure that out later. Peanut means... I love that. They've got a code called Peanut, which means they're allergic to peanut dust. Svan, the passenger is travelling with a service animal. Amazing. Boarding is now complete. Alright. So, we'll go and get our final load sheet from this thing. Easy ops, whatever that was. Arrival message, load sheet, there we go. So on this, we was expecting, let's see if the message tallies up. We was expecting 6.8 tons of fuel. Does it actually show you on here? Is that the landing weight? So this doesn't show fuel exactly, but it just shows 0 fuel weight. So can you get this data here, these 3 fields, can you get this from the load sheet? Because I can't see where it's shown as... Oh, there you go. Fueling tanks. There you go. Right at the bottom. 6819. 6.8 tons of fuel. Toughest takeoff fuel. Yeah, but that's not what it wants here, is it? There. That's it there. These are the same numbers that we saw... here. So 60.8 and 31.2. There, 31.1. It's close enough. However, the 0 fuel weight here is 61.3. See that? 61.3, 0 fuel weight. 60.8 here. Why is that different? That shouldn't be different, should it? It's like off by a ton. So according to this, the 0 fuel weight is 61.3 on the load sheet, but it differs from what the tablet's saying. And then that is 31.1. So I think I believe the load sheet. Punch that in there. Set that. Sync load sheets, sync live weather, calculate. 131, 132, 135. Flaps 158. That's it, isn't it? We're good to go here. Let's get some charts ready. So we're going to want the parking stand. It's always good. Where's the airport general? There it is. We also want the departure. Lusar to Romeo, that one. ILS 22. ILS are localized at RO22 minimums. Cat 2, Cat 3, ILS runway 2. I'm not sure the difference between those two is. Unless that's just a more strict version of it. Parking stands north and south. I don't know what we're going to see when we get there. It'll be default scenery at Geneva. No idea what to expect. But I think we're ready to... Did I never turn the AP off? Nice. I never actually went onto ground power. No. Okay, well I guess we're ready for that then. Departure chart. A flying squirrel? No. Right, 6,000 is good. Shut all these in, turn on the flight directors. And then see if we get a pushback. We'll push back to the left and taxi that way.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
You're not a fan of EasyJet, Ruffin?
Bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
They're not the
Parking
best.
brake set.
They're a budget airline. They're never going to be the best, are they?
push back.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
It's a bit of a cheesy one, isn't it? We'll start at the sequence. Going down to Nice. Sorry, Geneva.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Yeah, I love Geneva
Ground.
approach.
You may disconnect.
It's joyful.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect. Pin has been removed. See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Holding position, waiting for more cheese. Thank you and goodbye. Right, he can go. Right, let's arm the old spoilers. We have second engine still coming up. Max brake. N2 still coming up. Well, I think both engines are working. I hope they are. It's going to be fun if they're not. Okay, back to normal. I think the trim was down 0.2 if I remember. Good. Flight controls are fine. That was some weird thing, whatever that was. Press takeoff config, got a flashing red warning. Right, that chrono needs to be reset. Right, the brakes have cooled down. We'll take the brake fans off now. Ads go away. Everybody loves ads. What are you on about? Right, let's move on. Right, takeoff config test. It seems to have a general airport one. There we go. Cool. Oh, I should have recalibrated my throttles. Dang it. They're very slightly off. Right, 2.6 left. Let's go TARA. Overhead lights coming on. Turn off the APU because we don't need that. All the lights. Cabin call, what else do we need? Strobes and auto. Local pressure 1021. 5,000. Cool, we're ready. Why specifically it's focused on that? Right, man, flex set. Drifted a little bit. Gears coming up. Climb power set. Apparently not. Yeah, I need to recalibrate that. They're very slightly off. It's really annoying. throttling down for a bit. Well, Captain Flint, I can't work out how to turn down the external audio and bring up the internal. Can't find the control for it. So, you know, we're stuck with what we've got. Yeah, we just need a way of tuning some of the audio levels. But the throttle thing is just a recalibration I need to do. I also should have adjusted the throttle reverser. There's a little button on the side of my throttle which is used for toga. I might just use that for reversal. Oil, can you please not bark? So basically altitude restricted to 6,000 all the way until we get over the coast, and then it'll start punching out. It's live weather. I've got Doyle in here with me. Right, I'm hoping that's going to be fine now, but I do need to go and get some food because I've not had a break at all. Hey, Ferret. So, what camera view do you want? Does that look okay? Something like that? Which lets you look out the window and gives you the route, and you can see the PFD and stuff, or you prefer like a front view or a wing view? Don't really know why I'm asking Twitch chat because I'll probably get 40 opinions now. Yes. Okay. Cool. It is too loud outside. I can give you an outside view, but I can reduce the audio, but you'll have people saying, where is he? Where's he going? Whereas if I leave that map on, you can at least have a clue where we are in the world. Look at that coast. Look at that. That is fabulous. South coast of England's lovely. Right there. I think that's Brighton Marina, but if it is Brighton, oh there it is, yeah, there's the marina itself. I think that bit there. I flew over here and then flew back that way. Andy, I have a question about your username. When you was deciding how many A's to put in your name, was it because somebody else had the same name but had all the A's less? So you had to go like one more just to get that name. So there's like an AA Andy, a triple A Andy, a quad A Andy, and so on. And you've got the next one. Probably Jack Sims, but you know the rules. It's a bit dark for that here, isn't it? Anyway, standard pressure. I'll turn the lights off now, even though we're not at 10k yet. Right, I shall leave you with that view as you climb to 37,000 feet. And I am going to go and get some food, so I shall be back shortly. Devil Dude has gifted us up to Andy. Thank you, Devil Dude. Right, guys, back in a bit. Going to get some food. Is this where I find out I should have already descended? Looks like that's top of descent. So hopefully we're okay. Woo! Woo! Mighty feed. I just had some food and I need to just take a minute, clear my head. Still had a bit of a headache. Let's have a look. Enter destination data. How was the in-flight food? It was pretty good. Check this out, 108.7. Should have gone to... .08.7, course 224 coming in. TT3, that's fine. What's 6 I'll plug you out now? Right, we need to get some numbers and things going. Right. Refresh the arrival. It's 406190 variable. Ooh. Few clouds. Okay, should be nice. Dragon Hero, thank you for the bits. Just notice there's a big red button on your left knee and it's consuming my thoughts. What does it do? I dare not press this button. This is my emergency ejector seat stroke stream killer. If I press this button, I will no longer be sat here and my stream will go offline, so I'm not going to press it. We'll just leave that button alone. Let's see. No, it doesn't order tea. It's much worse than ordering tea. So 7,000 feet is the initial approach we want to be on at SPR. SPR VOR 7,000. So let me just double check that we've got 7,000 in SPR. Flight level 7.3. That's interesting. Why is it on 7.3? Is that a calculated 7.3? But it's only 1 mile to 7k. Oh, I see what it's done. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can leave that. Don't need to worry about that. We're approaching descent shortly. So the Q&H down there was it 1016? 1019. Celsius, blimey. C40 at 6. That's quite warm. Straight in landing, ILS, radio altimeter. Missed approach climb 4,500. Decision altitude 1565. I should really have let the passengers out the seatbelts, but the captain wasn't here, so it didn't happen. I think that's all the config we need to worry about. There we go. And down we go. That is a clear, clear day over Europe. That you can suddenly, like, you literally can't see the horizon. You drop that thing down, you can just see everything. Including the cockpit. It's really cool how well that actually works in the sim. Yeah, don't think so, old Plagiota. Mr. Roadmaster, thank you for 42 months of tier 2, by the way. Thank you.